All right. Hello. How are you doing today? This is Eric from Amp Live TV and the Amp Live Real Estate Show, coming to you live here today in beautiful Southern California. Got a nice wind and breeze coming in, believe it or not. I don't know where you're at. I know Texas is hot as shit. Florida's hot as shit. There's a bunch of other places that are pretty hot. I forgot. I gotta mind my words when I'm on a little tickety TikTok thingy or whatever, because I think I got restricted for for saying a couple words. They weren't even like cuss words. It's pretty ridiculous, right? But at the end of the day, let me make sure I got Facebook up here, because Facebook has a little more freedom, but pretty restrictive. Probably shouldn't even be saying this stuff, right? Because they're listening. The phones are listening. Oh no. All right, let me see. Put this up here. Streaming not allowed. That was that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the TikTok. Well, I'll take that son of a bitch out. Let's put on, we're going live on YouTube or Facebook. Let's just try this one out right here. We'll go get Eric Paul live. We got Twitch. We got LinkedIn. We got Facebook groups. I don't know what that one is. Some video platform that's been around forever. X and all that other good stuff. So let me double check and make sure we're good on all that good stuff. So hopefully you're doing well today. Happy Saturday. Hopefully you're out there rocking or rolling the business, or, hey, some people, I get it, right? It's Saturday. People live for the weekends. As far as I'm concerned, every day is a weekend. It can be if you want it to be. All right, let's get in here. What do we got? Let's see if is it going live? Is it live or Memorex? That's for the older peeps like myself. Probably the young cats, guys and gals, Memorex. What the hell is that? What is Memorex? Well, those were tapes, believe it or not. Believe it or not, those were not video, they were cassette tapes. That's where you'd record your tunes and stuff from Sweden, the Finnish metal, the rock and roll, all kinds of stuff would exchange hands through the mail, which was mail order. That was the world's internet, was snail mail, and which is pretty interesting when you think about it, right? Because I believe that shows even Dan Kennedy. I was reading Dan Kennedy when I was a kid, and he was all about mail order, right? And so talk about old school and new school. That's what we're going to talk about today. Old school and new school, mixing them together. Where are the opportunities? Today we're going to talk about, driving for dollars, driving for deals. What the hell is that? If you don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it to you. It's one of the oldest methods of finding off-market properties in this real estate business. And obviously there's what we coined it several years ago, about a decade ago. It's called surfing for dollars or surfing for deals, where you use your phone, this and all that good stuff before AI was out. So obviously now it's a lot easier because you got AI and you can put all kinds of cool stuff to use this, your iPad, your laptop, and all that good stuff to find deals right there on your phone, and you're surfing for deals on the phone, right? So it'll help you blow up your email, text, and phone with leads of sellers who want and need to sell. Now, here's a pro tip for you. Want to sell is for real estate agents and brokers. Need to sell is for real estate investors, wholesalers, and all the other good stuff, okay? So I'm going to have somewhat of a outline here through Amp Live TV and the Amp Live Real Estate Show. I'm going to be sharing some slides with you. I'll be sharing some pro tips on, driving for dollars, how you can do it. I'm going to give you an outline, something very simple that you can do right now. Even if you have money and you're working leads, you should put a team member or just test it out yourself, find those deals, proof in the pudding, and then put somebody in that place, right? As well as driving for dollars. And yes, old school and new school. Old school is even door knocking, right? Cold calling, I would probably consider that old school as well, but it's working, right? It's an acquired taste, and it works. Just like text marketing, ringless voice message, AI, automation. What else? We got emails, direct mail. Yeah, that still works too. It's a little more expensive, so not everybody can afford that. But if you don't have any money and you're trying to get in this business, well, hey, that's it is what it is. You can do it. Just put some gas in your car, drive around the ugliest neighborhood, and go find some properties. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to go ahead and pop this right up in here so I can. So we're going live on everything now, so everything's working. Who I am, what I obviously you can see in the back. We got Amp Live Media, top-rated one-on-one investment mentorship program. Get started today. Yes, a little bit about myself back there. Erick Jimenez, amplive.net, creative real estate investor, mentor, coach, and founder of AHA and Amp, along with some other associates we have and co-founders and people like that. 20 plus years, yes, in the real estate industry. You can go ahead and you can hashtag #GetErickPaulLive, hashtag #GetErickPaulLive. I'll put this right up here for you, right out of the gate. That's a QR code. Oh, is it up there? Let me back up there. No. There you go. And we'll pop that up there so you can see. All right, let's go. I know yesterday, hey, we all have good days, and I had good calls and all the good stuff yesterday, so it was pretty productive. LOIs, offers going out, not just for our mentees and students and other people we work with, but ourselves as well. So I know we're drafting up some LOIs along with Jacob, myself. Rodrigo got an offer out and probably about 2 or 3 LOIs. So that's the goal, right? And more leads are coming down the deal flow, or should be down the pipeline with deal flow. So my name is Erick Jimenez. Let me go ahead and move that QR code right there. But that QR code is for our Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Yep, that's right. This is the Amp Live Real Estate Show and Amp Live TV that we launched probably last year sometime. We've been doing these lives for quite a while. So there's a lot of stuff out there. I know people watch because obviously when we talk to them, or as part of it, maybe a team member gets talking to people like, yeah, I'll watch the shows, or I know you go live, or, some people see it and maybe it falls into your feeds and stuff like that. So definitely like, love, and share. Appreciate it. But that's our cause and mission, is to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America in real estate and creative real estate investing. And our sponsors, VIP Execs Realty, Lending, and Investments. As we get into this, there's going to be some little stops here where I'm probably going to go ahead and pull something up. Like, for example, right now. Let me go ahead and do it now. I believe it's let me pull up the schedule we got for today's show. So it's going to be a mixture of, in the field, but in the studio right now, I'm going to share with you on how you can drive for dollars and how you can find those deals, how you can find those juicy deals that are going to make you some good money. And those are exclusive just to you because nobody's driving around looking for deals. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. Not a lot of people. Unless it becomes a trend. And we're just waiting for the computer to freaking load. And it's supposed to be fiber, but like they say, everything I say, internet is the fleecing of America because it's bullshit and it's a lie. All they do is say, yeah, you get this and you get that. And then they got their terms of service that say you don't get this, that, and we can do all this other stuff. And we can pretty much F you at the end of the day all day long and go ahead and pay our prices for some intangible crap. But that's me ranting. It's not even Sunday rants and raves. So let's keep on rolling here. Let's bring up the Saturday show. I got a little overview here for our show today. All right, so we're going to get into it. Let me see. What do we got? Saturday. Okay, there's the rundown of the show. We got the Saturday training. This damn piece of shit internet would load. All right, let's keep rolling here. All right, live market deals. What we got? Where's it at? Is it on the wrong tab? Let's try this other tab here. This thing is trying to load as well. Break card, Saturday. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Bear with me. We're almost done here. We're going to be going live on TikTok after they take the restriction off for their big baby crapness. I swear, there's always something, right? It'd be awesome. You just have your own website like back in the day, and you run whatever the hell you want, and you can do whatever you want. And you drive traffic to it, and you got to worry about any other platforms, but you still got to spend money getting them there. So there's a necessary evil to these social media platforms, right? Because there's tons of people connected to them. All right, let's go. So what do we got? Here we go. So for our first sponsor, or I should say our sponsor is Amp Live Saturday Real Estate Shows presented by VIP Execs Realty, Lending, and your brokerage and your lender under one roof. When the deal needs to close, VIP Execs gets it done, VIPexecs.com. I'm going to go ahead and we'll go through these. There's going to be several of these as I move forward through the show here. Let's get into some of the broadcast. Well, obviously the broadcasting rundown. Okay, we're going to be talking a little bit about this. So I got two of them open. What do we got? Got There's a lot of stuff here. Well, awesome. Even got some things that are happening here in the Inland Empire, as well as Texas, and a few other states as well. Let me go here with some, like, for example, we got the 640,000 Riverside County is the median price point. I believe that's 640,000, man. Last cycle, all there was trailers and dirt and mobile homes. Nobody would buy shit there. Now it's $640,000 for properties. Look at that, 71 days on the market for LA County. That's a crazy indicator. Stuff was flying off the shelf. Remember, 10 days, 5 days, under 30 days. Now it's 71. That's over 2 months. That is insane. That sucks. But it's great for who? Sub 2, seller financing, creative real estate investing. So if you're a real estate agent or broker, you better start hunking and chunking. You better start learning this creative stuff, or finding some wholesalers or investors that know how to do this stuff. That's why we have an abundance of agents, more agents than we have properties. 495,000 San Bernardino County medium. So it's a little better, but still 500,000, $500,000. Come on. For San Bernardino, that's crazy. All right, 6.6% for conventional rate for just for the rates. Those aren't coming down. They're supposed to come down, so the feds lie to us. Softening. Okay, so here we go. Here's a softening opportunity. Riverside County, medium 640, changes minus 0.8 days on the market. Not bad, right? A little better than Los Angeles. 35, 33, 30. Here's some indicators. You might want to start looking for properties, right? Oh no, we're gonna start bringing the competition over to this area where we're located, right? It's all right, go for it. Days on the market, 33 to 45 days, right? Now there's a slight price dip, means motivated sellers are emerging, right? Motivated sellers are emerging. Creative investors, what? The creative investor who moves now locks in before the next what? The next uptick. So let's go. Cash flow market, where's that? Well, San Bernardino, Inland Empire. Medium's $495,000, $500,000, $495,000. That's a 0.09% change. Days on the market, 35 to 50. So, a little bit more, an extra 5 days there. Sub, look, 500,000 medium price, 3.2% annual rent growth equals strongest cash flow math in Southern California. Best sub 2 in seller finance territory, San Bernardino. Let's go. Hit some Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana, San Bernardino, all those cool areas, all good. Let's check out motivated sellers are emerging from where? Los Angeles County. Let me go ahead and put this back up here, and we're going to see. We'll go to where we at? We're at. Oh, okay, we'll put this up here. Excuse me. We'll leave it here. Always live and uncut, right? Good thing this isn't like, hey, on CBS or something. Be dropping some burps. All right, let me put this right up here. Scan that QR code right there. That's for the AmpLab Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, our newest live coaching program to help you get your first deal, second deal, third deal. Doesn't matter, but it's going to help you. The bottom line is that it's just not the one-trick pony of wholesale. You got wholesale. There's going to be seller finance. There's going to be subject to in there. Nobody's doing that, not for the price point that we got it out there for. It's literally pennies on the dollar. And if you don't take advantage of it, I get it. It's cool. At the end of the day, you should. Because if you don't, you're just going to spin your wheels. I guarantee it. People do it. I talk to thousands of people every year, and same stuff, right? I want to build a legacy. They want to do this. I want to try to figure it out. But the smart ones are the ones that come aboard, right? And then they get action. They move very quickly. We're able to get contracts and rock into the business very quickly. But it is what it is, right? The market is the market right now because it's so saturated with tons of stuff. Everybody's a guru. Somebody goes and does 2 or 3 deals. We've been doing this for a couple of decades, so it's proof in the pudding. At the end of the day, it's almost like being a mind reader because you know exactly what's going to transpire with sellers, investors, people, newbies, seasoned people. At the end of the day, you can predict this stuff to a degree. It just becomes I don't want to say a science. I think there was a movie called Twister, right? And that guy, I guess he was able to what they call him, like the cloud, the tornado whisperer or something like that, right? He can read the clouds. He can talk to the clouds, right? That's what it feels like sometimes. It's just because you're in the zone. When you are in the zone and you are, you know your business better than most other people at the end of the day, because hopefully you take it serious and you take it as serious, right? Not just the kumbaya. Kumbaya is cool. That's awesome. But kumbaya, as I always say, doesn't pay the bills, and they're not, kumbaya people are not going to, take care of you and feed you and all that good stuff. You need to do that. But that's what we're here to do at the end of the day as well. So let's get into it. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to introduce you to myself and Miss L of VIP Execs, our sponsors, right? You got a free home search, investment property search. Sign up here. You can scan that QR code right there, and you can get access to Southern California properties, right? People are looking for on-market properties. I get it because that's what's being taught out there. That's cool. Go for it. Are there deals out there? Yes, you got to know how to look for them. There's all kinds of different tricks that are coming out right now based on the free stuff and Zillow and Redfin, as well as, all the platforms you got out there. You got PropStream, you got Batch, you got Deal Machine, you got REI Reply, you got Property Radar, you got CRMs, REI Reply, you got all these different CRMs and stuff that are out there doing this stuff. If you're an agent or broker, it's Follow Up Boss, it's Bold Trail, it's all the, yippity, yinkity, dinkity, wankity, whatever. They got all kinds of stuff out there. I will say CRMs are a lot better now than when I got started because they were all horrible platforms. Probably you needed like a degree or you needed to, spend 5 months learning how to use them. And then even then they didn't work that great, right? I won't mention any names, but I think most of those, some companies, I think they transitioned, maybe changed their name or they're out of business and stuff like that. And some were just taken over, right? But obviously there's myself, Erick Jimenez and Al of VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments in luxury property, step into excellence. If you're an agent and you wanted to drop your license, then give me a chat or do a chat. Or just say, hey, look, I'm interested, or even ask the question. It's okay. You can ask those questions. You can ask those questions and say, hey, do I need a license to do this? No. Do you want one? Yes and no. It really depends on what you want to do. I'm going to put some information right up here inside this chat. So it's there. And some of these, sometimes the links go through chat. It depends on what platform it is. And it's my fault because I got 20,000 tabs open. So bear with me as we move forward. All right. I'm going to put this right up here. And I'm going to share my screen too because I got some stuff I want to share with you on a wholesale calculator that we're going to share with you. We got a seller finance calculator. We got the sub 2 fix and flip calculator, hard money calculator, access to hard money right out of the gate. These are all the tools that you're going to need in this business when you're ready to scale and you're ready to rock. You're ready to stop kicking tires and kicking cans and take the business super seriously, right? Oops, something went wrong. Try reloading the page. Try reloading the page for what? All right. Reload what? I'm not going to reload the page. What the fuck are you talking about? Is this thing sharing or not? Let's take a look. I guess we're going super slow. It's all right. Not going to stress or worry about it. Are we still live? Is it frozen? Is it live or is it Memorex? Are we still going here? Okay. What's it doing? Maybe our stream took a shit. Hello? All right. That's funny. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Come on. Guess it is what it is. All right. Let's just get back here. Let's get back to it. All right, so it's running slow. I'll go through it. We're gonna share. Just gonna share some old school stuff real quick with you. Okay, it's gonna be how to drive for dollars. Got a young man that's gonna be doing that, and anyone can do this. I can help you anywhere. Help anybody anywhere. It doesn't matter what state you are, what city you are, what county you are. If we can get this thing to load, we'll be okay. All right, here we go. Are we back or not? But we'll find out. Okay. So let me see. Can I drop a link in here again? Let me try that. Boink, boink. There we go. Now, there is a link in the chat that I dropped. It says apply, get Erick Paul live. Step 2, that's just to fill out an application, see if we're a good fit, because we are looking. We got 2 spots for the rest of the end of this week. That's it. End of June is done. And then we got to recycle again and bring some more awesome, cool peeps across the United States of America to work with. And that's what we're doing here. So you can scan that QR code to get access to what? The MLS, which is very expensive, and get access to it and find properties, find those ugly properties. And yes, probably do some training on that too, or do some lives where we'll show you, right? Yes, other people are doing it, and I'm going to show you, and I'll share it with you as well on how you can find those properties. From surfing for deals, putting in some different little filters and things of that nature to find, and some templates and all that good stuff to help you. Deals are deals. Like I always say, look, I was talking to somebody, I think he's a hard money lender or something like that, wanted to get into real estate, wanted to get into sub two, but people just hold themselves back. I get it. At the end of the day, it's, are you marketing? No. Well, how will you stay in business? I mean, I get it, feast or famine, or if you got a bunch of people sending you stuff, then awesome, because you got a giant referral base of some sort. But you still, even the agents that got into this business and they're all working by referral, the ones that have done it for such a long time, yeah, they'll make $250,000, $300,000 a year in listing real estate, but they know their area. Their area is their area. 500 pads and boom. Nobody, they dominate that area. Nobody goes in there. You can try to go in there, but you're just going to lose because everybody knows. Let's just say, everybody knows Wilma, right? Everybody knows Wilma because Wilma throws parties for them. She gives them pumpkins on, Thanksgiving and the holidays and, and Halloween and Christmas, and throws parties for them and all that good stuff. So when doing that, people are going to give you their listings, right? You just, that is your neighborhood, and that works. But if you're just starting out, it takes about 6 months, 12 months just to kind of get that rolling, to get listings and business from that area. And by referral, with all this technology, you're missing, there's a lot of money being lost on the table. So I should say unfortunately, but yes, because it was simpler times when you just had advertising, website, phone. That's it. Thank you. And we rock business. Now there's, you got, I won't even get into it. I don't want to bore you with all, I don't even want to scare you, right? But we're going to get into this a little bit. It's going to be the art of driving for dollars, right? Amp Lab Saturday training. Let's get back to it. Let's get to, do I have, where's my little break? I got a break card in here. Did I upload the break card? I sure didn't. It's okay. Well, maybe next time, right? Do I have it in here? It's going to be a little break card where I'm going to put a break, and then I'm going to drop a what? Yes, a commercial. All right, well, I'm going to do one right now. I'll get used to this stuff. As we do this more and more, we're going to have a break card. We're going to have a show card. And at the end of the day, it's going to tell us what exactly is going on as far as like, hey, commercial here. As we get more and more traction, then, hey, you want to share and come onto the show, then we'd love to do that with you, or drop your wares. Excuse me. All right, where we got, okay, here we go. Where's it at? Let me see here. I know there's a better way to do this, but hey, we're gonna go with it, okay? Oh, I wanted to share with you. I shared all these things with one more. It was LA, right? Motivated sellers emerging. Before I got distracted myself. All right, where are we at? Okay, let's go here. 22 minutes. All right. So the art of driving for dollars, how to read a neighborhood and find motivated sellers before they hit the MLS. We're going to get into that in a second. Then I'm going to get into sharing the wholesale calculator. Some but loads. Okay. Then that's for free. I'm going to share that with you. I'm also going to share this with you where you'll be able to get this download for free, Sub2 calculator, absolutely for free with 3 bonuses. Beautiful, lovely thing. Definitely works great. You're going to need it to identify at the end of the day. Because if you got a wholesale deal and it's 60, 65, 70, 75 cents on the dollar and you can't get the deal, well, you're going to be able to move forward, because I'm going to share with you on how to understand and go, hey, is this a Sub2 deal? Is this a terms deal? Can you move forward still? Of course you can. Do you have to fix and flip? No. But you should be working a deal, and you should know these deals. Like I said, I had a conversation yesterday with a young man. I said you should be working these deals like if you're going to buy them, even if you don't have money. Because all these, if you can't sell the deal to somebody based on where the numbers are at and whether it's a good deal or not, because if it's not a good deal to you after you underwrite it, and if you know how to underwrite it, then why would anybody else buy it? Now, if you're a good salesperson, cool, you can find a sucker and sell it to them, no problem. That can be done, but then your reputation is going to go to shit. There's a lot of companies out there that get newbies and they sell them stuff and they'll buy 1, buy 2, and they go, man, I didn't make any money. That sucked, right? Good for the company, but bad for the buyer and your client, right? That's not what we want to do. I want you to become the best that you possibly can be, right? I want you to be an expert at what you do. I'm going to take this in the game stuff because we're not doing that anymore. So that is gone. That's too damn cheap. All right, cool. So you can scan that right there. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it's all good to go. We do have some cool stuff. I'm going to be rolling on TikTok. That's for the peeps that can afford McDonald's every month. So it's awesome, right? I don't care who you are. You can be 18 to 80. You can get in this business, and we're going to start doing that on TikTok. We're doing some live training. Been getting some weird stuff with the platforms on how we're phrasing. You can buy a house without any money and this and that and interest rates. And some people call, platforms are doing some crazy crybaby shit, I guess, for whatever reason. Maybe it is keywords or whatever. Maybe other people have messed it up for other people, I guess. But we're truthful in what we're saying. We want to help you. If you're trying to find a house, you want to buy a house, this is your first house. Maybe you're a millennial and you want to get into purchasing a property. You said, I can't afford a property because I got bad credit, or I got brand new credit, or I don't make enough money. Those are all excuses that I'm going to share with you, that you don't have to go to a bank. You don't have to have good credit. You can buy a property with $10, $100, control it, leverage it, use OPM, other people's money and other people's efforts to get yourself into a beautiful property along with you and your family. That'll be the starting point. And that is the beginning and the cause and mission for AHA, Americans Helping Americans, right? And then be able to do it again and again and again and rinse and repeat and start building yourself a new life. All right, so I'm going to share with you AMP Live TV, always real, raw, and standing for truth, the home of the AMP Live Real Estate Show. I'm also going to drop this commercial for you for VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments. Oh, well, I'll go back to it again. Here we go. Circle back. I'm confusing myself. Like I said, let's go. Motivated sellers emerging, Los Angeles County, median $1.05 million for a shack. Bitching. We're getting back to that. So last time that happened, when $1 million shacks were out there, 2-bedroom, maybe a 1-1 or 2-1. But let me see what we got here. This is a change, 0.09 days on the market, 35 to 50 days, right? Let me see. We got, there's a change of 4% actually. This is actually a solid 4% price per square foot year over year. Days on the market are 71 days. That's crazy. 71 days on the market plus square footage is down 4% year over year. So from last year to this year, means sellers sitting on stale listings are getting nervous. That's right. Creative investor moves before the next price cut. There it is. So this is an awesome, beautiful, crazy market for creative real estate investing, and it's only going to get better. All right, free comp data. Riverside County open houses today. This is just a little advert for you. I should not even say advert, just some information for you. Medium 107 active open houses today. All right, live on Zillow and Redfin. I should say days on the market varies. 107 open houses today. Walk two. I'm going to challenge you. Okay, walk two as an investor. Okay. Ask about sellers' flexibility. Gather comp data live and free market research, right? Get that free market research, see what's going on, right? It's always good to see what's going on with those properties and making some new friends at the same token. And you never know, you might find a deal. You know how many times I go out with the boss and we're taking a client to view a piece of property, and we actually look at that property and we go, shit, it's a fixer-upper. And the agent just drops and unloads. Yeah, they're in pre-foreclosures. There's this, there's that, and all kinds of stuff. And I'm going, perfect. Look at that. We just found a distressed sale, right? By showing some buyers and investors other houses. The investor will want it, but a regular traditional is looking for something different, right? Because the house maybe needed a little bit of work and this and that. It's just that always happens. So it's kind of a cool thing. Okay. Anyways. So let's get it. I'm gonna say this, okay? So Riverside County medium dip is 640,000, down 0.8%. Most people hear that and they think bad news, right? The creative real estate investor hears that and thinks motivated seller. San Bernardino County is 495,000 with rent growth at 3.2% annually. The strongest cash flow math in SoCal right now. So that means go buy in San Bernardino. If you're going to buy and hold, I get it. A lot of people are afraid of buying properties in Southern California because of the crazy administration or the shitty administration and all that good stuff. I get it. I'm not going to tell you yes or no. You guys are adults and you do what you're going to do. Buy here, buy wherever. It doesn't matter to me at the end of the day. But in SoCal right now, Los Angeles County, 1.05 million medium, 71 days on the market. Price per square foot is down 4% year over year. Sellers in Los Angeles are getting nervous. So that means opportunity. I'm not a fan of Los Angeles, but there's a lot of investors who like Los Angeles. And there's good parts of Los Angeles, like freaking Glendale, right? You got Glendale, you got Burbank, you got Hollywood, you got all kinds of cool places. Even Beverly Hills is turning into, hey, there's some discounted stuff in Beverly Hills, believe it or not, right? That's pretty crazy. All right. Sellers in Los Angeles are nervous. Nervous sellers are exactly who the creative investor needs to talk to. These numbers are on your map this weekend. I got some challenges for you this weekend, okay? So let's jump right into the training. Saturday training, the art of driving for dollars. I'm going to pull that up in a second. before I do, we have one commercial break. That's right. I'm going to share some stuff too we're working on with some deals on the table. If you want to become a friendship deal investor, definitely reach out. I'll show you how that works. Just write a check, secure it on real estate. You get a check back, or your money 2 or 3 times a year. All right, so let's go here. Sponsor reads. Here we go. Okay, so this is for VIP Execs, our sponsor and affiliated partner, your lending partner. You found the deal. Now you need the money to close it. VIP Execs Lending is the lending partner built for creative real estate investors. Hard money for your fix and flips, bridge loans when timing matters, conventional exits when you're ready to refinance, and funding options most banks won't touch. Now, whether you're closing your first sub-2 deal or your 15th wholesale assignment, Al from VIP Execs and the VIP Execs team move at the speed of your deal, right? Not the speed of the bank. Apply in minutes. And I'm going to drop in that link for you. You can apply in minutes right here. I will take the link and I will pop it into the chat. You need to apply for a loan, hard money loan, conventional loan, VA loan, FHA loan, USDA, jumbo loan, luxury properties, you name it, doesn't matter. That was my, what do you call it? Don't forget, mention AMP Live, right? And you go to the front of the line. And yes, you get VIP treatment because of that. VIP Execs Lending, the money behind the movement of AHA and Americans helping Americans. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to pop that right into the chat right there. You can jump on that link to go ahead and qualify. You should get qualified. It doesn't cost you a dime to get qualified. So let me go ahead and pull that up in the chat as this thing is working super slow as well as I am, but it's okay. Hey, right? Bear with me, okay? You can go to VIPexecs.com, VIPexecs.com as well. Let me put that in there, www. All right, come on. VIPexecs.com. If you need a property to sell or you're looking for properties, then go there. All right, let's get back to it. All right, the art, and let's get into the art. Where we at? 32 minutes. The art of driving for dollars, okay? So, how to read a neighborhood and find motivated sellers before they hit the MLS. All right, so today, let's move, let's rock, let's go. Okay, what is driving for dollars? What the hell is that? Some people are going to know, some people don't know. Some people watch YouTube videos, or maybe you're watching this and you're going, driving for dollars? How is that possible? What is it? What am I driving for dollars for? Well, it's for real estate, real estate, real estate. You're looking for the ugliest house on the block. Trust me, drive good neighborhoods and, and ugly neighborhoods. It don't matter, right? It could be across the train tracks of this side and that side. The bottom line is, yes, you'll find properties. There's always about 2 or 3. What I'm finding more ugly houses on the block. It used to be like 1 or 2 on the block. Now there's like 3 or 4 or 5 to 6 ugly houses on one freaking block. Now, if you're in the high desert up there in the military, like Palmdale and Lancaster, they got 1 mile blocks, right? It's crazy. That's how they designed it. So there's going to be tons of houses on every single block. I'll also challenge you, if you have a job and you're going to work, then you know what? You're driving. Everybody's a creature of habit to a degree. You drive the same roads, you go to the same job, and you do the same shit over and over and over every day. Nothing wrong with that. It's called discipline. And yes, and I get all that. But, break it up. Take a different route. Maybe leave a little earlier so you don't get, so you're not late to your job. I don't want to make you late to your job. But take a different route and then drive those neighborhoods, snap a picture, get an address, make a voice memo, right? And then move on. You're building yourself a list that nobody else has because nobody's really going after it. I mean, it may come up through the data eventually if someone's working that whole neighborhood or the block or the county or the city, but it doesn't matter. It's just one. But if you're specifically working these blocks and areas, guess what? You're going to have a specific list that other people do not. Okay, so the practice of systematically driving residential neighborhoods to find properties that indicated a motivated seller. I guarantee they're in your backyard. I don't care what city you are, what state you are. You drive your neighborhood. There are people there that need to sell, want to sell, distressed properties and inherited properties, tired landlords. Every single city and state has them, okay? They're there. Just get off your butt and go drive. It's fun. You're probably going to like it. And if you're not getting out of the house, this gives you an excuse to get out of the house. before they list, before they hit the MLS, before another investor knocks on the door. Because guess what? That's old school too. Knocking on doors, old school, but guess what? Everybody's super lazy and going, oh, I want to write offers on the phone. I want to call and get contracts on the phone. I want to do AI, text, ringless, voice message, all the new technology stuff. I get it. But if you're not rocking the old school too, then guess what? Because eventually that gets saturated into a market, blue ocean to red ocean, right? And then all of a sudden people start converting, going, well, that's not working as good. Let's cold call. Let's start door knocking. Let's start doing mail. Let's start driving for dollars. So just keep it in your arsenal. I say never, if it's working for you, because we always start off with working with our mentees and coaching and all that good stuff. We're going to start off with surfing for deals right out of the gate. Why? To get you in the game very quickly. That's why people, when they come aboard, they're getting contracts already within the 14, 21, 30-day range. Some are 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Some people take longer. Shit, it took me 4 months before I got my first contract and closed it, okay? So it doesn't matter. It's not a freaking race. The bottom line is you need to understand and learn and get the processes down so you can become the expert and then rinse and repeat. It's a no-brainer. It's easy peasy, right? It's not rocket science. But check this out. Original strategy, okay? Creative finance investors use this before the internet existed, right? That's true. It still works because most people are too distracted, right, to look out the window. Even when you're driving, you're on the phone, you're talking, you're on the thingy, and you're not even paying attention. So, boom, boom, you're driving right back money. You're driving right past money, right? How do you do it? Is that like the fan? Fast the money. That's stupid. All right. Check that out. No tech required. A car, a phone camera, a voice memo app. That's the entire toolkit. That's it, right? Zero paid software is needed, although you can use some software. They got, software apps where you can, do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to send them a postcard. I'm going to send them a letter. I'm going to give them a call. You can do all that stuff. That's right. It's called Driving for Dollars. And there's apps for that as well, depending on which company you use. So, but easy peasy, right? Might as well get out, get some fresh air, get a little bit of vitamin D, get some health in your, just get out there and do it. It's going to increase your momentum and everything else at the end of the day. All right. Compounding results. Now, every Saturday, right? Do this. Oh, maybe we'll do this one. No, maybe we'll do this one. So I can read it, right? Every Saturday you drive, right? The same zip code. You build a mental map of what's changing. That's a competitive advantage no software can buy. Excuse me. And it's true. Because when I first started, I got started out in Palmdale, which I'll be putting together, a little book and all that good stuff. Yeah, thanks to, everything that we got technology-wise, and I've been holding it off forever. But just to kind of share my story and share what we do and share what we do at AHA and the mission and myself and what we're all about here is, and VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments and Amp Live Media and all that good stuff is to share that with you. But check it out. Palmdale, Lancaster, 100,000 population. And then the outskirts, another 150,000 population, then 100,000 on the surrounding area. Okay, think about that. All right, I'll put this back over here so you can see my mug. There you go. All right, and within that is enough to do business. Didn't have to go from the high desert down to LA or down to Orange County or to didn't have to go over the hill because all the business is right there in the high desert. Okay. With enough people, there's more than enough business, and plus me hitting the niche of subject to and creative real estate investing and wholesaling before it was even popular right out at that time. Check that out, right? Is that I created something to dominate my area. That's what I'm going to share with you, right? I guarantee it, even today's market, because if you work hard enough and you become a skilled person to do this, you can dominate any area that you're in, okay? And if you have people and family in Arizona and you live in California, you can teach them and they can be, and you can work together thanks to technology and even be on here with Zooms and all this good stuff now, right? You can actually build a virtual team to do that. Now, there's a lot of virtual wholesalers and virtual real estate investment companies that are out there because that's just makes it a lot easier, right? But what what I'm getting at is this. In Palmdale, I see it as this way. There's Palmdale and then there's Lancaster. You got the east side, then you get the west side. You got the east side, then you get the west side, right? And from east side to the west side of Lancaster is about a 5, 10, 15% difference. So my goal was to understand what's in the east side of Lancaster. And if I'm running comps on the west side of Lancaster, and then I find something maybe in Palmdale, but it's the east side of Palmdale, and then the west side of Palmdale, which was the best, right? The highest yielding spot, the place where people wanted to live, right? And I'd be able to figure those out based on those percentages and knowing where exactly everything was on what side of the contract or railroad tracks. Is it good property, shitty property? Is there foundation issues over here? Is there, what's going on? An older market, newer market, new builds, who's building over here, who's building over there, which is it DR Horton, was it KB Homes, was it Pulte Homes, and all that good stuff, right? And they all got their own little cool things about them and not so cool things about them. But at the same token, you understand. In other words, you're becoming an expert, right? And if you do it over and over and over, just like I mentioned here, you become the expert in your backyard, right? Over and above anybody else. So let's keep on rolling here, because I only got about 5 more hours here of training. I'm just kidding. All right, so 9 physical signals, okay? What to look for from the car at 25 miles per hour, right? All right, overgrown lawn on an otherwise maintained block. All right, so some of this stuff's going to be common knowledge. I'm just going to say it from memory, and then I'll read some of it because maybe, there's some awesome, cool stuff here. But you're driving, and you're looking for tall grass. You're looking for the eaves are not painted. You're looking for the house is a little bit dirty, or maybe there's cars. Depends on where you're at. Maybe there's cars in front of the house, and they're broken down cars, right? Maybe the bushes are all jacked up. Maybe the paint is pretty shitty. It could be it's just an ugly house, and if you take a picture of that house, and then you want to go ahead and do a little voice memo of it, or if you got software, then cool, you lock it all in, boom, boom, build yourself a list, skip trace it. Then you're going to make some calls, and you're going to rock some calls. You're going to talk to some people, but that's what you're looking for, okay? And if you decide to get out, maybe take a snap and maybe see some people in the neighborhood, go make some friends. Hey, how's it going? My name is Eric. I'm from AHA, Americans and Amplify, VIP Execs, Realty Lending. We're in the neighborhood. We're looking for properties. By the way, hey, I got something for you. Okay, this is a business card. You keep it, right? Send me some properties here. If you know anybody who's wanting to sell at a distressed situation, maybe pre-foreclosure, probates, or whatever, and you know that, hey, start talking to them, befriend them. Yeah, I live here. I've lived here this long. I did this to my yard, my house, and I spent some money. But there's that house down the block, man. I wish they get their shit together because it's bringing down the values of our properties and stuff. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Well, do you know who it is? Yeah, it's Joe Smith or whatever. You got their number? Maybe they'll have the number. Maybe they'll have an email address. Maybe they'll have the kid's number, or whatever happens. It doesn't matter. The scenario is a scenario. But if you're inquiring and you got an inquiring mind, you're the first one who's going to get that pad, right? Then people are going to ask, how'd you get that house? What'd you do to get it, right? You just went outside of that comfort zone. You went outside of that square box, right? That's where real estate investors live, outside of that square box of real estate. And when you do that, hey, you might get a number. You might, they'll give you some intel on it. You find the heirs or whatever. Maybe you find the owners, make some offers, and hopefully take it down. Now, it's not guaranteed you're going to buy every house like that, because some of them just want to keep it in the family. And it could be just a POS place. They don't care. I'm keeping it. It's staying in the family for whatever reason. And they just don't want to sell it until they get enough money or whatever it is that's on their mind. I've experienced that before, right? And churches and stuff have asked them, I want to buy this property because I'm going to tear it down and turn your house into a parking lot or some sort, right? So all that stuff, you just never know. And then some are like, yeah, hey, I've been waiting for some. I've been thinking about selling it. Hey, perfect timing. There you go. So that's how that works. You just want to look for the ugliest houses on the block, deferred maintenance, right? Peeling paint, like I mentioned, right? Broken gutters, missing shingles, a for sale by owner sign, no agents motivated and no commission, price reduced sticker on a listing sign, vacant property, lights off, mails piling up, no movement. We got boards on the windows and doors. You can do that's cool. I'm not a fan of it because that just means a lot more work. But hey, if you're good for that, go for it. Doesn't matter. Hey, a house is a house. There's somebody, if you can lock it up, somebody's going to want to buy that thing, right? Abandoned vehicle in the driveway, like I mentioned. No funding utilities visible from street, or no functioning utilities from the street. We got death notices, estate signs, or probate stickers on the property. All right, let's keep rolling. Get some water here. All right, so drive. The drive is worthless without documentation. Same flow or same workflow every Saturday. Okay. So step one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. That's it. 5 simple steps. Okay. 5 simple steps to keep you rocking and rolling. And I got something very special for you towards the end. Stick around, and I'm going to share it with you. I got some free goodies for you and all that good stuff. And it's not just goodies. These are actually things that you can use in the business that are going to help you make some money in this business. That's super important. Okay. All right. So we got a commercial break real quick. Okay. One more commercial break. Buying or selling in Southern California, you don't need an agent. What you need is an operator. VIP Execs Realty is a brokerage that thinks like an investor, because we are investors. Brokerage and in-house lending under one roof means what? Faster closings, cleaner deals, and a team that actually understands creative finance, creative real estate investing, as well as investing in general, right? Not to mention that you got someone who's going to be able to go to bat for you based on what the underlying guidelines are there for, as well as helping you and educating you along the way. Selling, okay? What you get, so I should say, we get top dollar and move fast, right? If you're buying. We find the best deals other agents walk right past as far as investing goes, or even trying to find your forever home. Trust me, okay? You found your people. Al from VIP Execs team, one roof, every solution, VIPexecs.com, AHA, Americans Helping Americans. And if you're hunting, trust me, there's people that have come to VIP Execs and they've been hunting for properties for a month, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, right? And just spinning their wheels, can't get anything under contract, and boom, find 5 or 6 properties, go out one day, writing an offer the same day, and closed in 30, 35, 40 days or less, right? Of course, at the end of the day, can't control what a buyer does, but at the end of the day, boom, they're like, oh my God, finally get into a piece of property. And it's only because of the skill sets of VIP Execs and Al and her team to be able to get in there and negotiate with the other agents, right? And be able to negotiate with the seller's agent, making things happen with the buyers, yourself, and other people. And if you're a real estate investor, you want somebody like that, right? Especially if it's going to be something where you got cash, or you're maybe doing a bridge loan or hard money, or just a traditional loan. It doesn't matter. Or trying to get your property sold, right? Instead of just having it stay on the market. Why is it staying on the market? There's a reason. Well, because the agent's probably not very good. They just listed it, crossed their fingers, and hopefully it sells. No, you need an agent or brokerage that actually going to work towards getting it sold. You got to understand and know the mechanics of what? Sales 101. That's what real estate is about. It's marketing. I always tell people, look, you're not in a real estate business, you're in the marketing business. So it's about marketing, but it is sales 101. It's the art of the deal, or to say the Amplified method, VIP Execs treatment that you get through VIP Execs Realty and Lending. But step into excellence. I'm going to get back to it now. Let's go back to our regular scheduled programming. Here we go. Step 1. Okay. When you're hunting out deals, you should have some documentation rolling, right? It's just 3 things. That's all you need. Like I mentioned before, right? First and foremost, photograph of every flagged property with a street address visible in the frame. Don't crop the sign or house number out. Okay. You do that if you just don't want, if you're going to promote it and you want people to see it, but hopefully you should have it in the contract. So no, you want to get an address, you want to see the whole house, and you want one picture, okay? If you got to get more pictures, grab them. Number 2 is a voice memo. They're on your phone, okay? It's easy peasy. Every phone has one. Immediately record the address, what you saw, deal type, instinct, is it a sub 2, seller finance, wholesale? Do it while it's still fresh, right? While it's still fresh on your mind in front of the property. And while you're in front of the property, because you're going to forget, you're not going to remember it, and you're just going to mess yourself all up and get confused, okay? Number 3, log into your CRM, your favorite CRM, right? Every flagged property you go into, you log it the same day, okay, while its memory is fresh. So when you get home, boom, start putting those things in there. Motivated seller, boom, 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 lead, the deal type. And then 4, you're going to skip trace, okay? Now, you can use whatever skip tracing works for you. I'm not going to throw them out there because there's so many, right? I'll let you know what we use at the end of the day. Just shoot me a DM and I'll share it with you, or put it in the chat and I'll share it with you. Use PropStream, Batch Leads. There's White Pages Pro. You can use free stuff. You can use Property Radar. There's all kinds of stuff out there, right? But to find the owner's name, phone number, mailing address, do this within 24 hours, okay? So, and then after that, number 5, you want to do it. You want to call within 48 hours of the drive. If no answer, door knock within 1 week, right? Okay. Within 1 week, go out and door knock on that sucker. Every follow-up goes into your CRM as a task. All right. Easy peasy stuff. Not hard. Not rocket science, but easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it. Photograph, voice memo, CRM, skip trace, call. All free. Now, obviously, some of those tools cost some money, It's not expensive. Skip tracing, 10, 15 cents a record. Back in the day, to skip trace and find somebody, it cost $150, right? It was almost like you had to pay a detective to pull up, and they're using this information that they had access to that regular people didn't have access to. And it costs $100, $150 to skip trace somebody or to find their background information. It's pretty crazy. Now it's easy peasy. First contact is just get off your butt, pick up the phone and make a phone call, or go knock on the freaking door. If it's vacant, then yeah, you keep making those phone calls. All righty. We're almost done here. We keep on rolling. The first phone call, right? Verbatim script. There you go. Use this word for word until it becomes natural. The opener, wait, if interested, if not now, always, right? I'll give you the first liner, right? Hey, is this Jabroni 59? Hey, my name's Eric. I'm a real estate investor in, let me see, in Chino Hills. In the Chino Hills area, I noticed your property at 123 Any Home, and I wanted to reach out personally. I'm not an agent, and I'm not going to list your property. I'm not asking to list your property. I just want to see if you've ever thought about selling. Have you ever thought about selling your property? And you just wait, pause. Don't pitch. Listen. Whatever they say, it's cool. They're gonna share with you. Hey, no, I'm not interested. Yeah, I'm interested, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Next, if interested. Hey, I appreciate that. I work differently than most buyers. I close fast as is, no repairs required, no open houses, no waiting on the bank approval. I'm not interested in listing the property right now, but I do have those resources if you need them at the end of the day, because I've been in the business for a while. What would need to be true about a sale? About a sale for it to work for you, right? Basically, where would you need to be if you needed to put this property on the market and sell it, and what would work for you? And then go from there, right? If not now, completely understand. Can I leave you my name and number? In other words, get the appointment, right? Can I leave my information? Can I follow up with you later? I'd love to touch bases with you. At the end of the day, I have resources that can help you, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. And then always, here's something you're going to want to always do, all right? Every call ends with your contact information left with the seller and explicit permission to follow up. That's what I like to call the follow-up. Hey, what's your best mode of operation? Hey, can I give you a call? Can I text you? Email? What's best for you? Oh, shoot me a text and then give me a call. Okay, cool. And I'm going to go ahead and follow up with you like in 30 days. Is that okay? Sure. They say 30 days. That means you put it in your CRM for 2 weeks. All right. Whatever it is, it's always half. If it's a week, then 3.5 days or 3 days, whatever. All right. Just keep that as a pro tip. You'll thank me later. All right, open house investor strategy, 107 open houses in Riverside County today. That's just for today. That's crazy, right? There's a lot of them. Free market intelligence. Walk in as an investor. Ask about the seller. Test for flexibility. Walk with investor eyes. Always get the card, okay? I'll check that out. We'll go through this very quickly, and I'll share this with you and why you want to do this, okay? You're just getting to know the area, all right? So walk in as an investor, right? Not deceptive. You're not being deceptive, just focused, right? That's what you want to say. Say, hey, I'm an investor. I'm not a traditional buyer. I'm looking for properties with who's flexible on terms. Okay. Ask about the seller. Ask the agent directly. How long has this been on the market? Has the seller had any offers? Agents answer honestly more than you expect, because most people are honest. Probably 97% of Americans or human beings are honest. 3% are not. Those are going to be, yes, there's even unscrupulous agents who are able to get a license, and yeah, you got to watch out for them. But 97% of agents and brokers, guess what? They're probably more honest than just regular traditional buyers, because at the end of the day, they're licensed, right? That's what all those questions are there for, right? The state and the policies and all that good stuff is to test you, to see how honest you are at the end of the day. And a lot of it is just policy and procedures. It doesn't show you shit about buying a house or working a property, but yet the government says you're a professional. Go figure. I'm not saying anything bad about that as far as agents, maybe just the government at the end of the day, right? Because it's just more bullshit and crap. But at the end of the day, yeah, hey, the people are honest. They're going to tell you. The agent's going to tell you the truth. They want to sell a house, right? Now, and they're even more so now because they're working with investors and wholesalers, and they understand the game and how all that stuff works, right? And they should. Because if they don't, then yeah, they're probably going to have a harder time, because those investors and agents are their friends and vice versa. Yes, agents, investors, agents, and brokers are your friends. the good ones, the unicorn ones, right? You just got to vet them. Test for flexibility. Ask if the seller is open to creative terms and strictly or strictly conventional financing. The answer tells you everything about the options, right? And trust me, it's okay to ask, right? Because there's going to be indicators from the agent's going to tell you this, that. You're asking questions, you're going to probably know. If you got software, you can pull it up and go, oh man, these guys are in foreclosure, but I'm going to wait for the agent to tell me, hey, what's going on here? Why is this? What's going on? This, that. You'll eventually can ask, and they will tell you. And they'll be honest with you. Yeah, you know what? The property isn't, that's something. How does that work, right? How does the seller finance stuff work? Well, maybe I can pitch it to them. Maybe I can share it with them. Maybe you can put in a proposal or an LOI, and I'll share it with who? The seller. Trust me, it's going to happen. It's happening a lot right now. Walk with investor eyes, right? Deferred maintenance cost, existing mortgage rate, sub-2 math, seller finance potential. Run the numbers in your head while you walk, right? Because you'll be able to see all this stuff, right? As you're walking through it, as you get better and better and better. If you're working this business, if we're working with you, hey, I guarantee you're going to go very fast. You're not going to spend 3 to 5 years trying to learn this business. You're going to learn it very quickly. I guarantee it probably once you come aboard, you work with us through the American Mentee Program or the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, guess what? Within probably the first 30, 60 days, you'll know more than most wholesalers and investors who've been in this business 2 or 3 years. And I guarantee you'll know a lot more than agents who've been in this business 5 or 10 years, and even brokers that have been in this business for 30 years. That's my promise to you, and I guarantee it. I just know because that's what happens. The reason you're probably going, what are the statistics on that, right? Well, statistics is just me being in the business. You can take my word for it, or you don't. But at the end of the day, it's not to be right, but 9 times out of 10, I am. Today, here we go. Today's market, I already went through this stuff with you. I'm not going to repeat it. It's good to go. We talked about it as far as what's going on in Southern California and even Texas. I don't know. Did I talk about Texas? There's some stuff going on in Texas as well. All right. So live deal analysis scorecard. Run every property from the days filled. Drive through this framework. Okay. This is our framework. This is the AMP Live method. It's AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and the AMP Live, AMP Live American Mentee Program, as well as what we do here through AHA and VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments. Okay, so check this out. We got a scorecard. It's A, B, C, and D, right? Now, A is a strong equity, motivated seller that where the structure and means move immediately, right? B is good equity, some flexibility, worth the conversation. And then we have C, marginal math, right? That's marginal math. Limited creative upside, pass, or low ball, okay? D means just move on, okay? There's no equity. It's a bunch of crap. You can still do short sales, and you can do other things and still be able to work a deal. All right, property basics, address, right? You got the property basics, comp the ARV, sub-2 math, seller finance math, and the wholesale maximum level offer. I'm not going to confuse you with all that because you can go right here and just pop in one of the wholesaler calculators that will give you. It's through the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'll have to go to the calculator. So instead of trying to figure all that stuff out, as you're walking through it, you can have this up on your phone at the end of the day and then start popping in some numbers, right? Boom. Let's say it's after repair value, $650,000 property. Make sure it's on here. There it is. Cool. So say we're walking through, Rancho Cucamonga, Upland or whatever, maybe Chino Hills, Diamond Bar, it could be the Inland Empire, Temecula, whatever, higher end properties. But you're looking at a property at $650,000. Lowest comp 535, high comp 687, seller asking price 485. Total estimated repairs $42K. Excuse me, that's a moderate rehab. I like to call it a little bit more than we'll change this because this is more of a cosmetic one. That's carpet tile paint, a little bit of love to the front yard, backyard, the kitchen, the bathrooms, things of that nature. Motivation is very high. Acquisition and closing, buy side, earnest money, all that good stuff, right? End buyer side closing. And we're going to go to the end buyer hold cost, right? We're looking at hard money rate about 9%, 2 points. Loan amount $388,000. Rehab 2 months. But if it's a cosmetic one, I'll change that to 30 days. So you get that done in 30 days or less. If it's just truly cosmetic, right? Target assignment fee, it's actually $25K on that one. Assignment, you can double close it or you can JV, do your splits. It'll pop in the numbers for you. We're looking at the end buyer's minimum profit, 55,000 minimum in Southern California and New York. Midwest is about 35,000 or so. Okay, we got the double close cash in there. Your contract price 425, and it says assignment price 485, right? So we're looking at see, C is marginal, right? So it came back as marginal, which is still, look, hey, even if it's marginal, look, 485,000 rehab. You come out down here. The end buyer's gross profit, 61,000, 9.5%. A lot of people are not into the 9.5. Maybe we'll take anything at 10 to 13% return investment. And there are investors who will push volume, or they're going to make money maybe on the loan, or they're going to make money on reselling it and things of that nature. So they're not just looking at that first number. But even here, as a wholesale profit, your assignment fee is $60K, and that's for 425,000. We're looking at assignment 60, simplest fee, or double close is 58.5. And that's it, right? Pop in your numbers and you're done. Good to go. All right. So as we go back to the door knocking stuff, and while you're doing this stuff, let me pull it up real quick. And there's a seller finance one as well. As you do more and more of these, you just get better and better and better. That's what this is about, right? Comp to ARV, right? You need 3 solid comps. You want to be able to think like a real estate agent. It's called a comparable market analysis. You got to get so good at doing a comparable market analysis, right, that you should be as good, if not better, than a real estate agent or broker. And that's by understanding these numbers, okay? 3 comps within a half a mile. And yes, legally it's up to a mile, or I shouldn't say legally, but most appraisers will go up to a mile. Everybody's using, I get it, want to be more conservative, a half a mile, 90 days out. But an appraiser will go 1 mile up to 6 months back, okay? Price square footage equals ARV, use use conservative numbers, okay? Sub 2 math. Estimated balance. What's the estimated balance? What's the rate? Because we're interested in the rate as well. And then what's the buy? Well, we're going to buy it at, right? What's the monthly savings versus today's 6.6% interest rate? Seller finance math, right? Is it free and clear? Is there a note on it? And we're going to offer 85-90% of ARV with the seller carry of about maybe 5 to 7% over 15, 20 years. Wholesale. It is 70 to 75%, right? Times your ARV, minus your rehab, and then minus your fee of $15,000 to $35,000. So that's it's going to be your max lockup price. All right. So if you need help with that, definitely reach out with me here. Ask questions, pop it in the chat, shoot me a DM, and I will definitely answer any and all those questions for you if I can, if the time permits. But as we go into field day, driving for dollars, today's mission, okay, I'm going to challenge you with the day's mission as you watch this. Hopefully you watch this, watch it forward, backwards, do the screenshots on here so you get this information. We do have what's called a driving for dollars field map, a driving for dollars playbook. So you might, as we go, if you want to do this, you want to build a team, or you want to help building a team, or eventually when we get out there and do that as well, because I've been saying that for a while. But to get out there to build, to work with people and to do the door knocking thing, right? This is driving for dollars, okay? But we do have a door knocking field one. We do have a driving for dollar ones field map as well, and we'll share this with you, okay? So drive your target zip code for 45 minutes. Here it is. This is what I challenge you to do today for today's freaking mission, and do it every Saturday. Guarantee it. Even if you're not working with us, you're going to get deals. If you decide to work with us, you're going to get more deals, and you're going to learn a lot more. And that's my challenge to you, okay? So let's get into it. Flag a minimum of 5 motivated seller candidates, okay? Visit 1 to 2 open houses for comp data. Document everything. Submit your field day report. I'm going to ask you to submit that. Put it in the chat. Go to my DM. I don't care. Put it on a notepad. Put it on note. Or even if you write it on a notepad, take a screenshot, send it to me. You can put it on a Word doc, an Excel spreadsheet, and then send it to my DM. Okay, we'll take a look at it. And the best one, I'm going to go ahead and I will share it with everybody on Friday for Friday highlights. Okay, so target zip codes. You ready? Marietta, Wildomar. I'm not going to give you the zip codes, but those are the areas, right? Tightening days on the market. Sub 2 candidates from 2020 to 2022 buyers. Okay, Menifee and Winchester. High motivated seller density means pre-foreclosure activity. Menifee and Winchester, right? Got to hit those markets for pre-foreclosures. If you don't know how to do those, then you contact us, and then we'll get in there and we'll work them and get you paid on them. Hemet and San Jacinto. Not my favorite spot, but hey, free and clear property, equity plays, seller finance territory, meaning good rentals, kind of, sort of, right? Okay, well, they're fine. Rentals are it's an acquired taste at the end of the day, right? So Riverside, Moreno Valley. Longer days on the market, meaning what? Landlord fatigue, pipeline, seller finance, sub two for Riverside and Moreno Valley. All right. Pre-filled checklist, right? Here we go. There's some things that's just no-brainers, common sense that you want to do, right? Vehicles gassed up. Your phone is charged. You got a voice memos open. Cameras ready. Photo every flag property. Skip trace service ready. And maybe be prepared to be able to skip trace very quickly. Business cards in your pocket for door knocking, as well as Post-it notes, right? Get a Post-it note, write your name on there, let them know why you're here. I'm interested in buying your property. Please give me a call. All cash, instant offer. Boink, put it on the freaking door and move on. You do enough of those, you'll get calls. There's a guy in the Midwest who's doing something like that. He drives like 400 houses. God bless him. That's a lot of work. But 400 houses a week, and probably 30-35% response callbacks out of that, and then maybe picking up 1 to 3 houses out of that, depending on the closing ratios. So it works, but it's a lot of work, right? At the same token, it's worth it. That's just one vertical, right? That's what we're sharing with you right now. Business cards, right? Put those Post-it notes on there, man. Guys and gals, right? Hit 100 houses, hit 200, hit 300, hit 400 houses a week. You're going to get calls. These are people calling you. Isn't it better when people call you? I know it's lovely, because when I got started, there's 2 things, right? I wanted people to call me. When I knew they were calling me, that means they're fired up, they're motivated, they want something that I can close them and sell them a lot quicker because they're fired up and motivated, instead of me calling them and the other way around. All right, 45-minute timer set. Drive strategically. 45 minutes, get out there and hit all those and start building your list and start rocking and rolling. Then eventually the next day or within 48 hours, start making those calls. That's my challenge to you. I guarantee you're going to find deals. And if you need help with the deal, then reach out, okay? Even if you got to jump on our little do-it-yourself program, jump on it, okay? At least you'll be in our ecosystem. Cream rises to the top. I will work with you. We will work with you as a team, and we'll get you into the Accelerator program, then into the one-on-one mentoring program, and then into building and expanding and growing and scaling your business. That is the ultimate goal. All right. So your next steps, 3 actions this weekend. No excuses. Okay, guys and gals, check it out. No excuses. Drive one neighborhood. I don't care what neighborhood. You're in the neighborhood. Drive your own neighborhood. Go to a better neighborhood. Go to an ugly neighborhood. Just be careful. All right. All right. Pick up one zip, drive 45 minutes, flag 5 properties, photograph, voice memo, and log into your CRM and log them in there. Start building that list. Submit your field day report. All right. Best field day report this week gets called out on the next Friday highlights show, which would be awesome. And that just means hey, I want to see you. I want to see those stuff. I want to see what you got going on so we can help you. Make one decision about your next step. That's number 3. Okay, here's number 3. That's it. Make one decision about your next step. Here it is. The Accelerator at charter.amplimedia. Accelerator at charter.amplimedia. That is the charter. That's the American, I should say the Amplive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator program. Number 2 is the Mentee Program at apply.geterickpaullive.com. That's for the one-on-one mentoring program. That's apply.getericklive.com. And then every Thursday or every Wednesday at 7 p.m., we got the Domination Live webinar. Domination Live every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time at webinars.amp-live.net. Those are the 3 decisions. You got one decision to make, I should say, right? One decision about your next step. You just got to pick one. The Amplive Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator to get you up and running with your first, second, third, fourth deal, or the American Mentee Program because you've been beat up in the industry and you spent $500, $10,000, $50,000, $30,000, $40,000 and you're still spinning your wheels and you're like, you know what? I need a mentor. I need someone to help me with my business to get my money back, help me get my money back, and to scale up and grow my business and start rocking and rolling to doing deals, right? It's true one-on-one with the done with you, done for you program, right? That is a selection process. Right now, there's only 2 spots, like I mentioned before. And then our third option, right, is obviously for you. Our choice is the Domination Live Wednesday. Every Wednesday, right? Just jump on it. Learn. We're going to share with you on how to dominate your area. If you decide to come aboard, then great. And it'll be coming down to another decision to make, right? Easy peasy stuff. All right, so here we go. This right here is for the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. You can scan that QR code right there. And get into the program very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and share this. Like I mentioned already with the field day reports, easy peasy stuff. All right, I'm going to do something really quick. Post this real quick right here. And we'll go right here. But it's easy stuff, right? This is all elbow grease with a little bit of technology. And I guarantee you're going to be building a list that others do not have. And they're going to be wondering, how did you get these leads? How did you get these leads, right? How'd you get the deal? That happened. That's always a question, right? How'd you get this deal? What'd you do? I ask it too. Hey, how'd you get the deal? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Still running slow. Too many things open here. My fault. All right. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, dokie. This row here. What we got? Almost done. All right. Yeah, we're almost done here. Cool. Got more time, but I think we're going to, I was going to show what we got. All right, let me see here. Over here. Whoops, wrong tab. Share the seller finance calculator with you as well, which is, if you're looking, it's not if you should be looking for buy and hold properties as well. It's a no-brainer. If you don't know how to do that, we'll show you. All righty. See if we got to go to it here. Let me see. I'll pull it up. I think we're sharing the calculator right now. Let me see. No. Okay. Are we last one here? So this is the 3 things you need to do. That's it. Drive a neighborhood, submit your field report, and then make a decision. Come aboard and work with us or not. Just keep on doing what you're doing. It's all good to go. I'm going to pull up the calculator. This is the wholesale deal calculator like I shared with you. Easy peasy stuff. I'm going to pull up the seller finance one. I'm going to share that tab with you and show how awesome and easy that is. All right, with the seller finance calculator. Okay, now this is the same thing, even when you're working properties, right? And you're working these properties and you're going, look, hey, you have this in your car, you're going to take off. You can always go back. You can make an offer. You can, if you got intel, you can give us a call and we can work it. You can run, look, it takes 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes. You can run a deal in under 5 minutes. Same scenario here. Look, monthly payment to the seller. We're looking at the ARV repair, $265, seller finance. It could be low down, 0 down, interest only, balloon, wraparound, right? If you're going to sell it to another investor, a lot of that stuff is going down in Texas. The wraparound magic, I guess, right? For example, I believe this one is, let me see, I'll just put it in here for seller finance. Okay, we're going to do after repair values, $425. Now, this one was actually, excuse me, a property in Antelope Valley, Lancaster. Okay. Now, obviously, these are just numbers they're playing with. This happens to be in the system, and I'm sharing it with you. But it'll obviously put in the property information, seller structure, and obviously it's going to pop out your monthly payment, depending on whether it's 5%, 6%, 7%, 8%. And it's going to give you cash flow analysis, monthly cash flow, the purchase price, and all that good stuff. You're going to pop in these different numbers. You notice how it'll change over here as far as what it's going to be. Balloon, interest rate, 0, low down. We're looking at low down, monthly cash flow. Monthly market rent, putting all that in there and the taxes and everything, right? It's going to be effective rent, total monthly expenses, cash on cash return. It even gives you the DSCR number, right? Ratio. See if you can actually refi that sucker back out. When we're looking at it, exit strategy, it's usually 3 years. You put more, you can put 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. If you're going to hold it for 10 years, then it's just going to go up, right? But we got 3 years in this, annual appreciation for 3, exit costs. That's for the commissions and all that good stuff. So the equity and exit projection, equity at purchase is $160,000 for this particular property. Projected value is 460. Our value is at 464, 409. Loan balance at exits to 244. Costs, so we're looking at about total profit at exit in 3 years, 197,711. So on this says A, pursue. Now, obviously, if I change the numbers, you're going to get the scorecard that we have, right? It's going to be A, B, C, or D. D means to move on, and that's it. So this is that calculator that I wanted to share with you. You can also get this one here. This was going to be free, and I'm going to put it in just for watching all the way through. You can grab this for absolutely free. I believe I should have the link here. This link you can use right now. You can punch in your numbers. If you're looking at, say, you're going wholesale, you're at 60, 70, 75 cents on the dollar. Like, man, I can't go any higher. Start popping on those numbers for 75, 77, 80. All right. Now I'm going to share this tab with you. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. And you can get it absolutely for free. You can also download the Sub2 calculator. Hit me up and I'll send you a link for that. You actually get 3 bonuses with that. Okay. So you actually know what a Sub2 deal looks like. You're going to get scripts to be able to know how to talk to the people about Sub2. And then you're obviously going to have a maximal allowable formula offer that you can print up, save, put it in your bag of tricks, and take it with you. Take it with you. Make this part of your business. Take it serious, okay? And you'll trust me. You'll thank me later. Trust me. All right. So I believe. Let me see if I can share that with you. I'm going to share this over here. Go back to this. There you go. So there is. I got to go to it. Okay. So here is the calculator. Okay. This thing's awesome. I love it. I like the colors, not just the colors, but I like popping this in. We're looking at the same deal too. I think we had that other deal in for the wholesale deal. $425,000, 2,800, right? Existing mortgage 265. It's a 14.0 profit margin. 10 to 13 is good for us. So this is even better for us. Some of you guys and gals may, I need to make more money, and you want, 15 to 20, 25, 30, looking for those unicorn deals. Awesome. More power to you. We'll look at the Sub2 finance advantage, right? So this is what this does, basically. It just shows what's going on in the area, maybe 6.5% interest rate. This is a 5.5 interest rate. We're looking at rate delta savings, 1%, monthly interest savings, 221, annual interest savings, 26 for the people who like those nitty gritty numbers about what you're saving, right? And all that good stuff. Well, we go down here and we're looking at, it hits the market. It's above 55. So doable deal. All right. For us anyways. For somebody else, it may not be. They might want 75, 100, 150, want to kill it. It's okay. We're good to go. We'd rather push volume at 14%, $59,000 and profit. Active market's good. Moderate spread. You want to close deals like this and get the full blueprint for the AmpLab Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator, where we're going to teach you wholesaling. We're going to teach you Sub2. We're going to teach you, yes, even lease options, rent to own, and seller finance. And limited spots are available with that, right? I believe we can, I'll click that right there. You click that blueprint button. It should take you to this page here. The AmpLab Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. You can pick it up for $1,997 versus $12,997. That's a regular price. Get all the bonuses and extra bonuses that have been promising since April. One-on-one, all that good stuff. Live coaching, deal analysis, JV, the opportunity to JV, joint venture partner with us. The first day, you're going to get access to your funding partner, which is VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments, and Luxury Properties, Step into Excellence. You also have the opportunity, if you have a license, to drop your license with VIP Execs after the interview and introduction. If it's a good fit, awesome. If not, it is what it is. What else we got? Same token, you want to get your license. Maybe you're real estate and you're thinking about it. Man, you know what? Maybe I should get my license, because if I can't close a deal, and even if I go through all this awesome stuff that Eric and Amp Live and everybody's given to me in regards to, hey, offer 1, offer 2, offer 3, some cash now, some cash later, and that doesn't work. Maybe it's an option. Maybe, hey, we keep going higher and higher, and you know what? You got to take off your real estate hat and then put on your real estate agent hat and go, hey, I can get you top dollar because you disclose, and you're good to go. And they say, yeah, no problem. We've already been through all this. I like you. Yeah, see what you can do. Get a listing, and you're going to make 2.5 3% on a commission, right? It's going to be the same as about a wholesale fee, anyways. 12, 13, 15,000 bucks, depending on the price of the property. So you get the best of both worlds by working with what? AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and Amp Live, the American Mentee Program. Amp Live Media is a media broadcasting and marketing company, and VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments, Step into Excellence. We're bringing all that to the table for you. I don't see how you can fail. The only way you can fail is by not showing up. And if you don't show up, then shame on you at the end of the day, right? Because there's no reason, there's no excuse. You have excuses or results. You can't have both. We've already done all the hard work for you, and we're here to back you up and work with you, because that's what we're looking for. We're only looking for good people to work with. We're always looking for good people to work with and like-minded people throughout the United States of America to support our cause and mission, and hopefully you become that part of that cause and mission and support that cause and mission. I know I've made some announcements as well as we're moving forward into some charities and nonprofits and things of that nature, which we'll be doing for autism. So those things we're going to be launching in January as well, along with through VIP Execs Realty, Lending and Investments, and AHA and Amp Live. So excited about that. And but every and even now, every portion or everybody who comes aboard, doesn't matter, whatever you spend, a portion of that's going to our favorite charity for autism and what we got going on for 2027. Okay. So I want you to think about that as well and what we're doing for autism. And if you want to get involved, then definitely reach out and touch bases with us. We'd love to share that with you, because autism is obviously become an epidemic in this world. And young adults, they need a place to go. They need a place to be. They need it's a social disability. So they need houses, and they need properties, and they should have things in their name and things of that nature, right? Not have to rely on their folks, and they want to be independent. I know from experience. Okay. So let's rock and roll. What else we got? We're almost done here. This is going to be a long, juicy one. Okay, let's keep on rolling here. Almost done. Don't forget to jump on our join Erick's Creative Real Estate Investing Domination Live networking meetup with VIP Execs, Realty, and Friends. You can scan that QR code right there. Lock in your spot for Wednesday, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I'm going to come in here and show you how to dominate your area, how to kick some butt, maybe how to piss off some agents and brokers, investors, and even wholesalers at the end of the day in a good way, right? It's not by being a jerk. It's not by having an ego, but it's by maybe kicking their butt in the area. And then, hey, maybe they might want to come and work for you, right? At least that's the goal. That's what happened to me when I first got started. There it is. Amp Live in-person networking is actually online. We'll probably start having some in person, because we got a handful of people that have been telling, hey, let's get something started in the area, and we're even thinking about maybe the Rancho Cucamonga or Inland Empire area up here, where towards like the Victoria Garden stuff, there's some people that are wanting to invest, but they can't find any meetups, and they don't want to drive all the way to Irvine. They don't want to go to Ontario. There's some stuff in like the Inland Empire, like Riverside County, but they're not very active, and it's kind of far to go. So we're thinking, hey, there's a lot of activity in Rancho. A lot of stuff is going on in Rancho Cucamonga, Ontario, Fontana, San Bernardino. This whole up on the top of, I guess it's called where they got the 210, and in between the 10. It's a needed thing. So we got a handful of people that are willing to do that and willing to start up a meetup and help work it. That's the thing I just don't want to do. I don't want to work it all myself and try to set up these things and all that stuff. So if you're interested and you're in Rancho Cucamonga or somewhere in the area between the 210 and the 10, and you want to be involved in that, and you want to have some help us with these live meetups, then we'd love to have you. If you're into like the sponsorships and you know how to get sponsors and you know how to get butts in the seats, then that would be awesome. I know we got a couple people that are wanting to do it. I think we got a drill guy who does some drilling and stuff, and his wife, and a few other people that are investors and just entrepreneurs. They don't have to be investing. It could be a business owner, right? Business owners are wanting to get involved. So I'm thinking just for that. And we'll do these. We'll be, we'll come in as sponsors as well for the in-person. Right now it's going to be online networking. I'll do some Q&A, introductions, where you're from, all that good stuff, and then share with you on how to dominate your area and amplify marketing strategies. We'll do one-on-ones, we'll do breakouts and all that good stuff. And that will continue to evolve and grow every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And we'll continue to rock and roll with that, okay? And I'm going to share this with you. Amplify Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. Definitely jump on that while you can. I'm going to go ahead and put that up right there. And I believe I got another commercial rolling out. Let's see what it is. That was my Tom Cruise laugh. Was that not good? Maybe not. Come on, load. Taking forever to load. That's not the one? All right. Let me load this page. But I guess we get unrestricted access to TikTok, TikTok at, I guess, 8 o'clock. So I'll be back at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. sharp. Well, maybe not. I forgot. Sheesh, I got some obligations. So it'll be Sunday for sure then. Sunday, TikTok. And we're going to be talking about how to buy your house. I don't care if you're a millennial. I'm going to show you how to buy a house with little or no money, good credit, bad credit. Hopefully you're a millennial and you haven't messed up your credit and you got good credit. That'll be even easier. Okay? So check this. Here we go. We got a little commercial spot right here. We're going to pop it in here. And next time I'm going to have my little commercial card blocks where it says, hey, we're going to take a pause and we're going to talk about this. All right. So most people who want to invest in real estate never close a single freaking deal. Not because they're not smart enough, not because nobody ever showed them the system. The Amplify Accelerator is that system. The exact playbook Erick Jimenez has used to close creative real estate investing deals since 2003, subject to my favorite, seller finance, wholesaling, lead generation, negotiation, closing, all of it. Okay, I call it the Amplify method. This isn't theory, right? It's the 30-day path to your first deal, the same path that took students like, yes, even like, Patience and Tyrell and Victor and Brett and all kinds of other people from zero to experience to sign contracts in 14 days. Charter pricing is open right now. It is. And the Amplify American Mentee Program is open as well. Only 2 spots for that. And the charter spots, well, that's open, period, until it changes to until the price changes. All right, you can go to charter.amplifymedia.com, and I will put that in the chat for you right now. For your first deal is closer than you think. Your first deal is closer than you think, I guarantee it. All right. AHA, Americans Helping Americans. I do appreciate you watching. We're going to go ahead and continue with the show and then wrap it up. I just wanted to make it chock full of awesome coolness that you can use in the field today, right now, along with my challenges that I've come up with for you. Okay. And then I want you to go ahead and definitely like, love, and share. Appreciate it. Hit us up in the chat or the DM. Any questions you may have. All right, I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share this, yes. And this will be Sunday for the Sunday Rants and Raves. Buy a house without a bank. I'm going to show you how to do that. And yes, we're going to go live across all the social media platforms. And then we're just going to go specifically inside of TikTok because our goal is to build up that TikTok. I know there's a lot of millennials, there's a lot of young peeps and middle-aged peeps that are looking to do this. I don't care if you're 18 to 80, you can learn how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it where you can get in for the price of McDonald's, right? In other words, for the price of McDonald's, you'll be able to get in here for what? The two meals and maybe some chicken nuggets, right? And as long as you don't buy like 6 sauces because they charge extra for the sauces, then it might take you over the limit. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to be able to buy a house without, oh man, I'm cracking myself up. All right. I'm one of my best, fans, right? I crack up at all my dumb jokes. Anyways, check it out. We buy houses, ugly ones too, cash or term, sell your house fast. That's how it all started. That's how I started, right? I was a we buy house, ugly type company. And no, it wasn't the licensing because we were doing that before licensing came out. No, there was a franchise. So they came out first. And then obviously a bunch of other companies started coming out. And then we obviously got started in the We Buy House company until the market did some crazy stuff and the government got involved and blah, 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 blah. And then we changed to AHA, Americans Helping Americans, which is who we are right there. Bam, there it is. No commissions, no closing costs, written guarantee within 24 to 48 hours. You pay zero costs, never an upfront fee. Sell your house today. We have solutions. That's what we're selling. That's not even what we're selling. That's what we provide for our awesomeness and for the pay that we get. We provide solutions and we can help. Okay. Call or text right now is how this works. And then our other one is sell your house fast, walking away from your house. Why not walk away with some cash, right? Know your options. That's the most important thing. A lot of people don't know their options. Sellers do not understand and know their options at the end of the day, right? There are options. It's not just, hey, can I talk with my bank and think the bank's going to help you out? It doesn't work that way, right? You got to be squeaky wheel will get the grease. Most people don't have the time. They got a job. They got family. They're already depressed or this or that. All kinds of stuff's happening. They don't have the time to chat with the bank. The ones that do chat with the bank every single day are the ones that probably get the loan mods, right? That means a very small amount. And the banks know that. They do that on purpose to tire you down. But when they get involved with this third party, they got to watch their P's and their Q's, right? And they got to do what they got to do. That's where we come in. We'll either reinstate the loan, we'll help them, point them in the right direction. Maybe we'll turn them on to maybe if they can get a loan, or if they can't get a loan, then we'll turn them on to VIP Execs Realty, lending and investments to list the property, work with a short sale, work with something of some sort. If we can't help them on the front end, we come in the front end to see if we can buy the property cash. See if we can maybe get them some cash now to move on with their life, take over the mortgage payment, and then, do a subject to existing financing type of deal, maybe a seller finance deal, or we'll do an option, or we'll do some type of marketing agreement, and that's it. So our flow is a lot different than others. And there's some hybrids and there's things of that nature. But as I always say, nobody does what we do, because not one company is the same 100%. So I can literally say that with 100% solid rock and rollness, that yes, there's nobody does what we do and how we do it. Specifically because of the type of stuff that we and how we work the company, how we work our company, right? And I'm going to share that with you. And I'm going to share those proprietary things, right? I'm going to share those things that we don't share with other people, but I'm going to share it with you when you come aboard the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator or our one-on-one mentoring program. If you do come aboard and hang your license with VIP Execs Realty, lending and investments in luxury properties, step into excellence, then you will be, some of that stuff will be shared with you. And then you'll eventually have to get into either the Accelerator program or the one-on-one mentoring program to get privy, to get access to all that proprietary stuff. But even in the beginning, if you come aboard, we're giving you access right out of the gate. You're getting the do-it-yourself access. That's the $12,000 program that you absolutely get for free. And you'll be able to watch the videos, ask the questions and things of that nature, be part of the lives and some of the live coaching. It's just the Accelerator is a little bit more intense, right? The American Mentee Program is even more intense, right? We want to really scale up and blow up your business and catapult your business into the stratosphere. And that is something that's available to you. And we're offering that now. That is open. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share this right here. This is an older graphic, but yeah, your first deal in 30 days. That is our jam. You can make payments as well. I probably think, well, how much is this thing? What does it cost for the AMP Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator? Well, it's $1,997. One time, that's it. Live coaching, deal analysis, the opportunity to joint venture with us to rock and roll, do deals, and have us close your deals and make some money. And obviously full live support on Tuesdays. For whatever reason, you're going, I don't have the $1,997. Can I make payments? You sure can. You can make payments of $747 one month, $747 the next month, and $747 in the third month. That's it. 3 simple payments, easy peasy, right? That's today. And today, if you do go ahead and do that, it's only $747. And guess what? You get full access. You're going to get full access right now. That's the charter price. 30 days later, $747. 60 days later, $747. The total price is $249 versus $12,997 regular price. You're still going to save $10,756. Okay. Module 5, I should say, is it Module 5, Module 6? Alone, the wholesale assignment returns $5,000 to $20,000 per deal. Right. The program is going to pay for itself on the first deal. So you can go to charter.amplivemedia.com. I believe it's right in the chat. You can also I'll pull it up here on the QR code. Scan that QR code and lock in your spot. If you need a payment plan, definitely reach out and let us know, and we'll make that happen for you. Okay, and that payment plan is being provided through AMP Live Media. That's a media broadcasting and marketing company that'll be funding you, because they're actually going to fund the full $1,997 and allow you to make payments. And that's why, and the price is there, so there's no qualms about it, right? You're going to pay a little bit more for payments, and We decided that. I decided that because I was like, I never used to do that. No. You know what? No. People got to appreciate this stuff, and it's not good business, right? Money's not free. Everything costs. Even the air we breathe costs money. Crazy. All right, so let's go. We're almost done here. I'm going to go all the way back up here. Once again, my name is Erick Jimenez of AHA, Americans Helping Americans. I'm going to wrap up the show. I believe, do I have one more? I get another commercial. Let's rock another commercial. All right, what do we got? What's left? Oh, well, of course, what's left? That's the American Mentee Program, right? I just mentioned that. So what if Erick Jimenez worked your deals with you, right? Now, I know everybody wants this, but nobody does this stuff, right? It's not out there. Some people say they do it. There's hybrids of it. And they say, yeah, it's one-on-one, or your coach disappears or your mentor disappears and all that good stuff, right? That's not going to happen. I've been here for a couple of decades. VIP exec's been here for a couple of decades, not going anywhere. We'll always show up to the party unless the good Lord says it's coming. It's time to come and rock and roll in a different place. But other than that, I'm here. We're here. I always show up to the party no matter what. Always return phone calls and text messages the same day. So what if Erick Jimenez worked your deals with you? Not a course, not a group call, one-on-one. Your market, your deals, your scripts, obviously our scripts that become your scripts because all our resources become your resources. All our stories become your stories. Our funding lender and our lender becomes your funding lender, right? Reviewed by, yes, Erick Jimenez himself. That's the American Mentee Program. It's not for everyone. Erick takes a minimum of 2 mentees per month, sometimes 4 to 5, because real mentorship requires real attention. Right? If you bought the course, watched the webinars, and still haven't closed the deal, this is the missing piece. I guarantee it. I guarantee if you bought those courses, you've watched the webinars, you got on the Facebook groups and all that good stuff, and you're still 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months of still spinning those wheels, this is the missing piece. Amp Live, myself, Erick Jimenez, and our team is the missing piece. Someone in the room with you when it matters. I'm going to be here in the room with you, right? I'm going to help you close these deals, right? It's apply only. And when this month's 2 spots are gone, they're gone, okay? Apply now. You can go to, you should go to apply.geterickpaullive.com, apply.erickpaullive.com. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I'm going to put this in the chat so you have access to it. AHA, Americans Helping Americans. Let's get back to our rock and roll show. Now I'm going to wrap it up. Just to do a brief overview of what we went through with what? The door knocking, or I should say the door driving for dollars, right? Driving for dollars. Yes, it's old school. That's the theme for today. Old school and new school, right? How do they work together? Do they work together? Of course they do. What's happening in the business? What's happening in the industry right now, right? A lot of new school stuff is out there. AI, text marketing, all that good stuff, right? People are cold calling. I get it. We're rocking deals. People are trying to get those deals on the phone, right? With the fake department. So hold on, let me talk to my department and see if I can get that done for you. It's kind of like a car salesman type thing, right? You know, when you go in there and you're doing that stuff, and let me scratch out on paper, and this is what I can do for you. It's all about where your payment needs to be so they can get that, but then throw all kinds of other shit on top, right? I get it. You know, it works. It's cool. There's a place and time for all that. All right. Not knocking it. Shit, I'd do it. If deals come down the wire and they say, hey, I want $300,000 for my $600,000 property, well, right, no problem. We're done. Give me your email. We're sending you an offer. We'll make it contingent upon inspection. That's it. Got to fight a little bit more to get a better deal, then, hey, I get it. So the art of driving for dollars, right? How to read a neighborhood and find motivated sellers before they hit the MLS. That's what this is all about. All right, easy peasy. I'll go through the slides really quick so you can see them. What is driving for dollars? Original strategy, right? 9 physical signals, what you need to look for. The ugliest houses on the block. Drive a different route every single day. Take about 45 minutes with your little kit. Document, photograph, voice memo, CRM, skip trace, and then make that call. The first phone call, we're helping you out with that. We got scripts and everything ready for you. Open house investor strategy. Go hit some of those so you can smell it, touch it, feel it. And I guarantee you're going to find some properties out there that are in a distressed situation and they're listed. today's market, the deal analysis scorecard, and field day, driving for dollars, right? Today's mission. That's my challenge to you is today's mission is get out there. Get out there, find a zip code, get out in your backyard, go drive for 45 minutes, flag 5 properties, get that information. Get that information and put your what? Put your field checklist together, put it together and submit it and send it to me. I'll evaluate it and I'll help you with it. All right. What do we got? I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you watching. Thank you for watching the Saturday old school, new school themed show. I appreciate it. Definitely like, love, and share. You can click any of those links that are in the post as well. Jump aboard the Amp Live Creative Real Estate Investing Accelerator. If you want any information or you're interested in what we're doing, you can definitely set up some time. There'll be, I believe there's a link in the chat or in the post as well where you can it's 15, 20 minutes to chat with me. If you got any questions, I'll answer them for you. If you want to come aboard, easy peasy. We'll make that decision when we're on the call. All right. So without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. Keep on rocking and rolling. God bless you with abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth. Thank you to VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments and Luxury Property Step into Excellence. Our cause and mission is still the same. That's to help our fellow Americans throughout the United States of America. Through AHA, Americans helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. Our true cause and mission, powered by Amp Live Media, a media broadcasting and marketing company that fuels us and our mentees and students across the United States of America, and VIP Execs Realty Lending and Investments, your lending partner, our lending partner. Definitely, we appreciate you and appreciate you for watching. Definitely like, love, and share like I mentioned before. Have an awesome, beautiful day, and we'll see you tomorrow for Sunday, the Sunday sermon, Rants and Raves, as I come back with a new, fresh, juicy show. I'm going to break down some deals and a few other things, and I'm going to rock some rants and raves as well. All right? So rock and roll in all what you do, and in God we trust. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm going to vacuum too. So I can vacuum that shit. I can vacuum it with Zing Jam. I'm just kidding. What? Oh, no way. Did it not fucking thing? Oh, shit. You fucking bastard.